What we're going to talk about is, self-sabotage and what makes it worse. So self-sabotage is when you do things that don't make any sense and then regret it very soon after. And there's reasons for that. And I teach those reasons, but there are factors that make it worse. There definitely are things that you can avoid if you happen to be doing them that will upregulate and accelerate your self-sabotage. One of the things that will accelerate your self-sabotage is eating poorly. Now, the reason this happens is because when you eat poorly, it activates this part of the brain called the limbic system. Now, the smart part of the brain, it's less prone to self-sabotage. And the limbic system is sort of the dumb part of the brain. The limbic system is the fight, flight, or freeze system, and it occurs in the sort of what's called the hind brain, or the R complex, or the reptilian brain. It's sort of in the back of your skull near the base of your spinal cord. Now, that's the dumb part of your brain, and it's notoriously low IQ. It doesn't think very well, and it's very prone to follow the crowd, follow the herd, follow the cues for immediate safety, and it has no ability to think about or analyze the long-term consequences of your actions. Now, the smartest part of the brain is called your prefrontal cortex, or your frontal lobe, and it sits just behind your forehead, and it's really hard for that part of the brain to sort of get involved with self-sabotaging behaviors, because that part of the brain thinks long-term. And that's sort of long-term thinking is the exact opposite of self-sabotage. You could say self-sabotage is this permanent wiring, or somewhat permanent wiring, of the neurological system, so that short-term thinking and short-term gratification becomes sort of the switchblade reaction in the nervous system. And again, the reason bad food triggers self-sabotaging behavior is because bad food initiates the fight or flight system. The fight or flight system, a lot of people know that, like if you're getting mugged or attacked by a pit bull, you get an activation of the fight or flight system, which is the reactionary part of the brain. The thinking part sort of goes off, because when you're getting chased by a pit bull or a mugger, you don't really have enough time to think things through. So the body does you a favor and goes to this reaction system. So a lot of people understand that, yeah, I understand mugging and getting chased by a pit bull is going to activate my fight or flight system, but bad food also triggers your fight or flight system, because bad food, your fight or flight system is basically a warning system in your body that goes off if the length of your life, like your lifespan, is threatened. And sure, a mugger will threaten your lifespan, and getting chased by a pit bull or threaten your lifespan, but Doritos threatens your lifespan too. Your body knows that, you might not because of the advertising. And your Tylenol threatens your lifespan, and your birth control pill, and your hairspray, and your perfume, or your Axe body scent, or anything that's poisonous. You know, McDonald's, Wendy's, Taco Bell, these are just poison distribution centers in your neighborhood, put there purposely by the people who rule you to get this effect going in your system. So these things, if you use your mouth as a battering ram and your face as a garbage compactor, you're always going to be setting off the fight or flight system, and therefore you're going to be getting the short-term thinking, instant gratification, sort of child IQ way of thinking, and that's the process that is easier to pull into a self-sabotaging lifestyle, because you're not thinking properly. You're not analyzing your decisions rationally and logically. So self-sabotage is very interesting. I'm not here to sell you anything today, but I will tell you that in September, I'm going to be hosting a live program to get over your self-sabotage. It doesn't matter if it's porn, drinking, smoking weed, not exercising, stinking thinking, addictions, being in the itty bitty shitty committee, financial self-sabotage. You're constantly broke. You want to get better. You want to become more abundant. Maybe even came across some money and then you just fettered it away and blew through it because you're not even programmed to accept it. So that's coming up in September. Details will be put out eventually. And if you want those details, of course, you should be on my email list because I can't tell anything truthful on social media. Email me personally at support@freedomfromselfsabotage.com. Get on my email list, stay in contact, learn things that'll make your life better without censorship. This is Jason Christoff signing off live from Puerto Vallarta. Thanks for listening.